Hi, so today is Saturday and I'm feeling good, but the last maybe like 2 weeks or a week and a half, I hadn't been feeling great. Like, I started feeling very the more unmotivated. I stopped going training. I was feeling like um going to work was really hard for me. Like, just the thought of having to go to work, it was so mentally heavy for me. I don't know how to explain it. Like, just thinking about it would make me feel so depleted. And I was like, okay, like before I got my period, I was like, okay, I understand why I'm feeling like this, because I'm about to get my period. Then I got my period, and I that feeling didn't stop. I kept feeling like that usually when I get my period, like my hormones stabilize per se. And after that, obviously, I'm supposed to feel better, like consider considering the hormones and whatnot, but I was still feeling the same. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, I was feeling like I didn't want it to. I actually took notes of my symptoms per se. So one sec. All of this to say, I'm very aware of the hormonal or the influence that hormones have on my emotions and my emotions and how I feel and whatnot. So I'm very aware when I'm feeling a little like off. I'm like, okay, like in which phase of my cycle am I? And then if I see that I'm about to get my period, I'm like, okay, I understand. So but like in this time, it didn't seem to be related to my hormones. I mean, I know that there can be a lot of things that influence on your mood, like how you're eating, if you're drinking water, if you're, you know, going out and breathing fresh air and getting some sunlight, if you have low iron levels, if you have enough vitamin D, and a lot of things, health conditions and whatnot. I do take account all of that. So I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying what I that I have something. I'm just, you know, talking about how, I don't know, how fluent per se emotions are, and how funny and weird it is to just be a human. So yeah, the symptoms that I was talking about was I was really strongly feeling like I wanted to be alone. I didn't want it to be seen. I didn't want it to see anyone. I just wanted to be in my own bubble, my own room. Like, that's why one of the reasons why I wasn't going training, because just the thought of going out to the world and be seen by people and see people, it would just be really like a no for me. When I did end up doing it, I was like, okay, it's not that bad, but just the thought of doing it, I was just like, oh my fucking god. So yeah, that feeling right now, like today, I'm not feeling like that, but it's also because I have the runner's high, I guess. I ran like a long distance, more than 30 minutes for a while, that I haven't ran more than 30 minutes for like in a month or more than a month. So I'm feeling good. I had breakfast, um, I'm home alone. I can, do, I don't know, I just feel better when I'm home alone. Um, so those are things that also influence, right? Um, so, and also obviously it's Saturday and I don't work, so that's another thing that is making me feel much better. So yeah, so wanting to be alone and isolate and be on my own bubble. Also tiredness and wanting to be in bed all day. My dog is waiting for me to let her to get her into the bed, so I'm gonna do that because you know because she's my dog and I love her, and I don't care if she's dirty. I cannot uh uh I can not have her in bed. So she's now with me. She's beautiful, and just putting it like this so you can see her beautiful eyes. Um. So yeah, what I was saying. Yeah, tiredness and wanted to be all in bed all day. Another thought that uh that was influencing of my not feeling good, because if I was feeling tired, I didn't want it to get out of the, do anything else. I wanted to sleep the most I could so I wouldn't wake up early and I wouldn't go running. And I work from home, so I don't have any other time of the day usually to go out. And also, I haven't been walking her, which I feel bad about, but I know I need to, you know, start um, go taking her for walks again. But yeah, like that was my only time of the day that I would get out of the house and basically in my room, because I work in my room, I sleep in my room. I after work I just lay in bed and chill in my room. So I basically live in my fucking room. So I think that was also another thing that was making me feel worse. Um, but yeah, I just had a thought that I just want to be in bed. Like I would see, I sleep with my dog, so I would just see her and I would thought, oh my god, I just want to be in bed with her. So sometimes I will wake up to actually go running, and I would see my dog, and I will lay in bed and just say, okay, just 5 minutes, and I will sleep until like 30 minutes before my shift. So I wouldn't end up going running, and I would feel bad about it, and then I would end up my shift, and I wouldn't take her for a run, for a walk. I don't run in the afternoons usually because, yeah, yeah, I don't know. I prefer to go running in the mornings. Um, so yeah, that's another thing. And another thing was irritability towards small things. I mean, this has been happening for a long time, but I think especially in this past 2 weeks, it has been happening more. Like anything, like my sister going to my room, I would feel like, like, what the fuck are you doing in my room? Like, don't get in my room. Like inside myself, I would say that to myself. So yeah, small things like that kind of thing. Just small things like just people, I don't know, me brushing my teeth and someone else wanting to go into the bathroom, or someone else trying to use the the sink or something, like the smallest things. So that's why I was just wanting another thing that would make me want to be alone, because everything would make me irritable. Like just people existing and breathing would make me feel irritable. So I would just be like, okay, I am aware that I'm being very sensitive about that, so that I'm very sensitive um right now, just interacting with people. So that's another thing that would make me feel like just wanting to be alone. And also negative self-talk. I have things that I need to do, like finishing my fucking thesis, and I haven't done that for more than a month. I've been avoiding that. I'm trying to tackle that today. Hopefully I'm able to. Um but or at least do, I don't know, at 20% of that, the thing that I need to do, because I tell myself over and over, I'm gonna do it um on Monday to Friday after work. But after work I'm too tired, like literally physically tired, even if work wasn't really that mentally heavy on that day. But at my like I've been sitting for 8 hours straight. I just want to lay in bed and let my back rest, basically, without being like a fucking shrimp for 8 hours. And so I just want to lay in bed, and obviously in bed I'm not going to work. I've thought about working in bed because I could, because basically I just need a laptop to work, but I don't want to, how do you call it, like, I don't know, I don't want to work in bed, because bed is like my sacred place. I love my bed, and I don't want to relate work with my bed or something like that. So just want to have separate places at least to work and then to sleep. Um, so yeah, negative self-talk because I've been avoiding things I really need to do. I know that it's not being lazy because um um if being lazy is just like, oh, like I'm just relaxing and I don't care if I have things to do. I feel bad at that. I'm good about it. I know that it's my time to rest or it's my time to chill, and that's it. But if you feel anxious and you are resting, but you have that thing that you need to do on your mind, that is not being lazy. So, but I would tell myself that if you watch BoJack Horseman, you've seen, or hopefully you've seen the video. I don't remember in which season is it, but there's a YouTube video that is very popular. It has like 2 million views. So probably if you haven't watched the show, maybe you uh, come across this video. It's called "I'm a Piece of Shit," I think, and it's like basically like a inner dialogue of BoJack Horseman, and that is so funny and that was so relatable, especially um that time, like literally yesterday or 2 days ago, that I was feeling like that. It would be so relatable. And that's not good, like talking shit to yourself all day because of avoiding things, or because you don't want to see people, or because you haven't done this, you haven't done that, blah, blah, blah. It's not good for anyone. So um that's another thing that I was feeling. Task avoidance, including on the negative self-talk. I've been craving a lot of trash food like sugar, especially when I would finish work. Even if I ate during, you know, my shift and all of that, I would feel like craving sugar. And I know that is part of, I don't know, my nervous system to want to have a little, I don't know, sugar high after work, because your energy is low and you're craving sugar, or you're craving that high energy, or that little uplifting of energy. um so yeah, another thing that I've been craving, uh and I would be giving in to those cravings and go to the convenience store and getting a lot of trash food and eating it in a one sitting. And yeah, things I'm not proud about. I mean, I know that it's not bad eating trash food and whatnot, but just eating it like a fucking raccoon, um and I don't know, I'm not, I know that's not great, but you know it's not happening all the time. So, and also another thing, wanting to and have purchase things I don't really need to get that boost, to get that, oh, I'm getting something, and oh, I'm getting excited because, oh, on Wednesday I'm gonna receive this thing. I bought makeup, and basically makeup, I think, um that I don't really need, but I'm like, oh, I like this. I'm looking for I don't know, a brown lipstick, and I got it. So, or oh, it's in sale, but I know that's not a excuse to just get things, and I'm very aware of that. I'm very aware that I have certain things that I want to save for, and I don't want to spend mindlessly spend, especially to get that boost is not very healthy. So it's not something that I do, right? But it happened. But I'm aware of that, and I'm trying not to do that. Just trying to get things that I actually need. um yeah, so I was feeling like that. I was, my routine was, if I would, if I had the energy, or if I was mentally strong enough that day to wake up early and to go running, I would literally run maybe like 2 kilometers, and that's it. But that would be enough for me to make me feel a little better. Like, okay, you got up, you got dressed, you went out of the house, you ran a little bit, and you came back and you started your shift. Like, that was enough for me. I would say, like, to myself, okay, like I'm barely like in 20%, like, if you know, you know the reference. I was like in like my 20%. So I was like, okay, I don't want to put like unachievable goals right now that I'm not feeling my best. I'm not going to say, oh, I need to run like, I don't know, 10 intervals of 100 meters and whatnot. Oh, I want to run 10 kilometers. I want to run 7 kilometers, or I want to run at a certain pace. Like, no, like I told myself, as what's the word? As long as you get up and go out, that's enough for me. And I would still feel a little bad if I would just run 2 kilometers or something, but it was better to not do nothing. So I would just do that. I would come back. I would, again, I work in my room, so I would close my door, don't have breakfast, uh, and because I would come back, and I would have maybe like 30 minutes before I had to go into my shift, so I would sleep or just lay in bed with my dog for those 30 minutes. I would prefer to not eat to and sleep. So I would sleep, like come back from training, not have breakfast or anything, maybe like a coffee, but a coffee is not breakfast. Um, and start working and feel like shit. And just, I was feeling like I was dragging my feet. So I know there's a lot of ups and downs, but I don't know, I know this feeling that how I'm feeling right now is not going to last. I know it's very rare for me to feel like how I'm feeling like this, aka good, like in a good mood, mood. um so yeah, uh i I haven't been reading as much as I would like to. Right now I'm reading The Poisoner by Ivy Ophelia, I think that's the name of the author. And also The Friend, and I don't remember the author, but it's like a cover with a dog. The Friend, that's the name of the cover of the book. Also, I was feeling very how do you get it, mind fog, brain fog. I was feeling like brain fog, like during work. I would be like, like trying to, like, struggling to get my words out, or stuttering, or just struggling to get information from my brain. So yeah, today I'm feeling good, as I said, but just to, I don't know, talk about how funny, silly, silly little humans are with their brains, and all of the fluctuations we have with mood and with everything. Uh, so yeah, there's probably more things, but uh, those are all of the things that I had written down, and yeah.